Hello, future, and welcome back to the next episode. Let's play some Minecraft. So in the last episode, I explained my desire to start a long-term world, right? It's a desire that I've had for a long time, to start a long-term world that I could build on, that I could see my progress in, that I could, go back and explore my old work and everything, something that would last, something that it wouldn't just be a for now kind of thing, but that I'd keep going with. We also talked about grace and how grace goes a long way. We also talked about grace and how grace goes a long way with helping, mend bridges, build relationships, get people to overcome their differences, Grace goes a long way towards maturing people. I also gave some of the general advice that I have kept over the years, and I think that keeping it long term is definitely the hardest thing about it. It's pretty common sense advice, really, right? Don't give up, and try again, and ultimately just keep getting started, right? Can't ever go anywhere if you never get started. And those are some pretty common pieces of advice. I mean, it feels overly simplistic to say, but actually holding to that, right? And not giving up on your dreams, right? Actually sticking to that even when it gets tough. That's the thing that makes the difference, I think, between the people who become successful and the people who don't. And I hope to be one of the people who become successful. So that's what we talked about in the last episode. But I promised, often in the last episode, to tell you about the plans for this world and to answer the question, why are we starting in 1.8, right? So my hope is to actually follow through on that promise. So much so that I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call the last episode episode 0. It's kind of a how did we get here episode. I mean, that was most of what I was running my mouth talking about. And in this episode, we're going to actually get started. So, a few things that I want to do this episode. I want to build a house, maybe. At least get started. At least a small house. I want to start a food source of some kind of a farm. I hear pigs in the background, or at least one pig. And then I want to start a book and quill so we can keep track of all of our goals and have a visual representation of those things. So I'm not just talking into the mic everything that we're doing. Like, you can actually see what my plans are, episode in and episode out. Okay, let me throw some stuff in here. What we need, what we don't need. Keep one of those. We'll keep 3 of those, right? 3. Maybe some more. I'll throw that down. We will get that smelting and go to sleep. Yeah, so I think the easiest of these 3 things is going to be to knock out that that book and quill, but we'd have to find a chicken. We do have 2 pigs, so that'll be good. We have some carrots, we can get them going. Let's go find a chicken. Lots of cows. That's good. I see a pen or a stable or something going up right near here. All right. Yeah, so I have a strong desire to start a long-term world, and that kind of led to the natural conclusion of, okay, if you want to have a long-term world, where should you start? I'm loving this, by the way. This is going to be an excellent source of resources. And of course, you could start with just the newest update. But as I explained in the last episode, I have been out of the game for a long time. I'm a tad bit just a tad bit intimidated. That's a lot of cows. That'll be really good. Intimidated by all of the new things. Right, there's a lot of them. The last time that I really played, I think I remember the Nether update maybe just coming out. That was a part of it. And I remember the aquatic update. I actually, when the Nether update was in full swing, I was pretty much just sticking to the aquatic update stuff a fair bit. I really like the water, right? I unfortunately in real life live in Indiana, and I do not live on the water. If only I did, right? I think we're gonna have to go back towards spawn a little bit, towards those open plains, because I don't see any chickens spawning over here. See a lot of cows. We'll wrangle them up soon enough. Man, no chickens. Okay, well, when I get those chickens, I'm gonna have to bring it back and start a chicken farm. I'm not gonna be able to just upright kill them. Okay, looks like we're crossing the water again. So the question was, where do I start? And that reminded me a lot of when I first started Minecraft in general, right? As I shared with you in the last episode. Chickens, chickens, chickens. And so ultimately the conclusion that I arrived at was it would be really fun to start playing from when I started playing, right? And to just work my way through all of the updates. That was the base idea. So then there was a question of which updates are worth starting from, right? Can you guys get to land with any speed at all? No. You cannot, but I can push you. How about now? Can you get up on that? Yep. Come on, you can do it. I only need 2 of you. Okay. Oh, I hear that chicken ticking that happens. Oh, there's another one. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now we got 3. But to be honest with you, there's another reason why I wanted to start in 1.8, and that's because I want to do something a little sneaky. I want to get my hands on a mythic item which doesn't exist anymore. And I don't want to give too many spoilers about what it is, although you're more than welcome to guess in the comments. However, you are probably in the far future. If you're watching this video, I can only imagine that you came back to watch me. Oh, we gotta cross water again. Oh no. Well, we'll get him into water, and then we'll create something of a bridge. We'll use wood. So yes, I want to create a series in which I get my hands on this mythic item, which will be a lot of fun to have moving forward. And then I also really want to get in the habit of, or I want to build the habit really of paying attention to the updates. Right? There are lots of updates in Minecraft all the time. That's one of the things that we've come to realize, come to expect in the modern age is that there would be Minecraft updates. Feels like every year now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, the team is so much bigger than when they first started, right? Stay on the bridge. Follow me. Follow me. You're hungry. Yes. Come on. This is gonna be a pain. They go right into the water. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. If we can just get one of you across. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. This is insane. This is taking so long. I wish I had a lead or something. Okay. You're next. You're next. I only need 2 of you. We only need 2 survivors. Nope, come on, wrong way. Oh, the sun's coming down. We gotta hurry. Ah, oh, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so I want to develop the habit of actually paying attention to the updates. And I figured the best way to do that would be to start in an older series, and if 1.8 is the series I want to start in, then that gives me, 1.8 all the way up to 1.20. Okay, I can push you faster than you can swim. This is insane. All the way up to whichever modern update we're actually on, I guess. There we go. Yep, come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. Here we go. You guys prefer straight lines. Okay, well, we lost a chicken. Do I have to cross water again? No, do I? I don't want to have to cross water again. Sorry, paying attention to updates. Seeing what's coming and getting accustomed to looking forward. Oh, picked you up again. Awesome. Getting accustomed to seeing what's coming in the future. That's where you are, by the way. That's why I call you future. If that wasn't painfully obvious. Two of you again. Ah. And we're down to 1. But if I can pay attention and really start developing the habit on this series of, acknowledging what's coming up in the future, what has come up in the past, what can we do, what interesting things can we incorporate into our world, what ideas does this give us, does it generate for us to use, all these things. Then There we go. Come on. Then that would be a major takeaway, right? And it's one thing to watch the update videos that people post on YouTube. It's quite another, right, to be at the level of having show notes and being aware of everything that's coming. We're gonna see if we can sleep real quick. Of everything that's coming and everything that's down the pipeline, right? And that's what I want to be. I want to up my game to the next level, to be aware of those kinds of things. And maybe start playing in a proactive way, right? Rather than just a reactive way. I feel like most of my we can turn those off now. Most of my experience with Minecraft so far has been very much I see you. Has been very much, oh cool, they're doing a cool update thing. And then whenever it comes out, that's when I would really take to it, right? And it was just a matter of waiting until it came out. We're gonna put you in there for now. We're also going to see if we can get another chicken. Last one. Ah, nope. No baby chickens. Alright, the next thing on the list, that'll be for our book and quill. The next thing on the list is to get a farm going, so that's what we're going to do with this area here. We're going to turn it into just a little farm. And I need a new tool again. I want all the gravel. That'll be really helpful later. Okay. We'll start there. Get some crops going there. I suppose I might as well plant all the other crops that I have. Throw you away. We'll get... Oh, I already have them in my inventory. And then maybe we'll get, while we're at it, while we're on the animal track, maybe we'll get like another, an actual pen going. So we do have a lot of wood in which we can work on this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Well, those... Okay. That's a thing. There we go. Okay. Well, we have that. I'll leave that tree there, so give them some shade. We are going to take this tree down. Give us some space. And then, um, the final reason for wanting to start in 1.8 is that I want to get a better idea of the glitches and, you know, I mean, some people would call them hacks, but like how they worked and the kinds of things that they used to do, you know? Not that I want my gameplay to be like entirely revolved around that. I feel like that would be a little boring. And with this being a long-term world, there's not really going to be a need for the speedy, cheaty methods. Other than I want to know how to do them. Like that's kind of the heart of it. Okay. We'll throw down some like this. We're actually going to do one of these numbers. Couple sets of gates. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 in between there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There'll be 4 in between there. We'll be able to have 2 rows of gates going for different animals. It's not a lot, but it's a start. Okay, I am going to do a little bit of a cut here. I'm going to harvest a bunch of wood and replant trees. And then I'm going to come back with that wood and we'll finish up this gate. I actually didn't get very far at all. Because I decided I wanted to let you in on another thing that I'm going to do real quick, which is I'm going to turn this area here into a tree farm. So rather than cutting out all this wood and then jumping on to the next thing, let's do a bit of a time lapse with this. All right, guys. Here we are, just about finished up with clearing out this land of trees. A couple of things. One, I changed my HUD just as a little bit of a quality of life change, so I can see my coordinates up there in the corner without them completely blocking the screen. The only downside is that it makes everything else a little bit smaller, so I may have to switch back and forth what kind of display I use or what kind of things I'm doing. That's one of the changes I'm thinking about. Second of all, you can see I cleared out a fair bit more than just this section over here. I found as I was mining this way. First of all, I found this. We're gonna have to deal with this in a minute. But I found that right over here, there's about a natural terrain restriction at about the 150 mark on the z-axis, and then over on the other side, there's about, with the water over there, there's about a 150 block restriction, just natural terrain restriction on the x-axis. So I think we're going to keep, I just decided to clear out this whole area, and this gives us about a 50 by 50 area for us to play with and build in for the foreseeable future. Why, hello. Our crops are still growing. Some of them are doing better than others, and that's okay. Actually, we're going to use some of that right now to get these pigs in here. And this will deal with our second issue, right? The food issue. We have both a plant farm going, and we'll have there's a and I found this pig stuck up in a tree. It's interesting. There you go. And then we'll get some livestock going as well. There we go. They're following. They're following me. There we go. And then I think we're gonna let the chicken up. Just because I want to be able to collect the eggs as they drop them, as it drops them. Nope. Bummer. We'll get this other side built up, and then by the time we're done with that, maybe the crops will be ready for us to pick up some wheat and collect those cows. Alrighty, so let's build this real quick. I'm thinking about pretty much just keeping it in line with the other side. And I'm also going to play with a little bit of height variation in the fence. 1, 2 for those. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There we go. Only thing I could see being a problem is maybe this. Not having any luck with that wheat growing faster. I think it's because I know eventually there's a mechanic where things planted in rows grow faster than things not. Maybe that's one of the... If that's present in 1.8, I'm not sure, but that might be why. It'll be really interesting as we move forward what things I know versus what things I don't know because of research that I've done. I'm sure I will always come across things like this that I just don't know. So let's wrangle up some of these cows. And here we go, just as night is falling, we've got a herd of cows following. I'm glad that there's no limit on how many cows are affected by this kind of thing. Let's get you off the fence. There we go. There we go. All right. And to wrap up the episode, we are going to be planting that tree farm. And I think I'm gonna, in alignment with some of the natural terrain over here, I am gonna find that 150 marker. There it is. Just like that. Map out this 150 marker over here. Just kind of laying our claim, right? Just what exactly is ours. That's the idea here. Give us some parameters. Oh no, this one's out in the water. Okay, we'll do this. Just like that. Yeah, because these things, they don't waterlog yet. That's okay, not a problem. And I think that's about all we have time for right now. We'll save that building the house in the next episode. So thank you all for joining me in this episode, and I will see you next time. Next time. We talked about why we started in 1.8, but we didn't talk about what exactly we hope to accomplish in 1.8. We have to kill a chicken because we have to get a feather. At least one feather. There we go. We have to get that feather. Don't want to leave this behind. Might as well pick up this while we're at it. Gonna have to create an easier way to get across here. Probably a boat in the next episode, but gotta come up with something even easier than that. I can't wait till proper swimming gets introduced. There we go. Fulfilling promises. I gotta kill a squid. Water breathing back here was so much better. You just dip above the water for a second and you're instantly replenished. It was so much faster. Here we go. There we go. Achievement! Achievement unlocked!